What are you trying to make right now?
I'm doing something a little more atmospheric. I'm looking at a Turner piece, being inspired by that. And what I'll typically do is start out with in a case like this, an image, and then let it take its own life on.
I like how loose this one is.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. This is cool.
I've started using the spray bottle more. Even though I'm working with heavy paper, it's still puddles.
I like some of what that's doing.
No, I do too, but you can't let it get too. Well, you can, but what I'm trying to achieve here is now I'm going to work with a very dry brush. Now I'll get a little more control, a little less water. That's what I always talk about, which is watercolor, meaning water first, pigment later.
I want to ask you questions at some point, but I also don't want to distract you from this painting, which is really good.
Thanks.
So how close are you on this piece?
How close to done?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I'll tell you when I'm done. I just kind of started it. Of course, you're always happy when I work fast and stop, right?
Keep it loose?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sky are you going to do?
Just thinking about that. I don't think much. Going for a little ominous, not too dreary, but one paintbrush for this whole piece, right? Did you check that out?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what's going on over here with that little bit of striping.
New brush?
New brush. I'm a liar.
You gonna work it upside down?
Yeah, to work the sky. Should I cheer up the sky? That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Can you extend that down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this brown. I don't even know what it is. It's one that you got me.
Are you tilting it?
Yeah, I'm tilting it, letting the water come on down. The most important tool besides a paintbrush in watercolor is paper towel. I don't know if I'm digging that or not.
Trying to blend the horizon line.
I'm trying to join the sky with the horizon line. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not. I don't know if I just ruined it.
No.
I don't feel like it's balanced.
What if you move the paper around and move some of the wet pigment?
Here?
Literally the paper.
No, I know what you mean, but...
How do you know when to stop?
Sometimes I do and sometimes I just don't, but it's just gut. I feel like I have to go in and make it dark I think this piece has to be, the foreground's fine, but now I feel I gotta go in or go home with the sky.
Let me see. It's pretty interesting. Is it the water moving?
In watercolor, you can't lighten pigment like this. I mean, it's watercolor is light to dark, so you have to commit to. When you go dark like this, there's nowhere I can really lift this up easily. I'll never get to the pure white again, of course. It will just be muddy if I start trying to do that. That's why I'm saying I've got to kind of commit to where I'm at, which is I've taken the piece darker, which is fine. I'm liking this better in here. I mean, clearly this is an ominous piece now. It's stormy, crazy stormy. So now I'm going to try this wispy thing on the foreground, because this might be cool. Where I'm just taking it. When I talk about marrying the pieces, the top and the bottom, like I feel like there's a division of the palette a little bit. So I kind of want to bring the two together more. I'm kind of liking it more now. And this wisping thing that I like to do is it can either kill a piece or make it fun. There's been lots of times I've ruined a piece by doing the wisp across the whole thing, a cool piece, and then
What do you mean a wisp across?
like I'll take the brush and I'll just do this to get that smoky feel. And then it, sometimes it does what I want it to do, and other times it just muddies it. So now, in my opinion, I feel like I've got two paintings, a top and a bottom, and now I feel like I've got to somehow bring this into the bottom to marry the two. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's too dark to introduce too much. That's why I'm saying I think I might have to commit to going super dark. Do you know what I mean?
And why is that? You don't have. If you want to focus on the piece, you can. Why don't you focus on the piece? I guess.
No, that's fine. I don't mind talking about it because it's kind of making sense to me as I do it.
So why do you have to? Why can't you lighten it up?
Well, in watercolor you can't lighten pigment like this. I mean, it's watercolor is light to dark, so you have to commit to. When you go dark like this, there's nowhere I can really lift this up easily. I'll never get to the pure white again, of course. It will just be muddy if I start trying to do that. That's why I'm saying I've got to kind of commit to where I'm at, which is I've taken the piece darker, which is fine. I'm liking this better in here. I mean, clearly this is an ominous piece now. It's stormy, crazy stormy. So now I'm going to try this wispy thing on the foreground, because this might be cool. Where I'm just taking it. When I talk about marrying the pieces, the top and the bottom, like I feel like there's a division of the palette a little bit. So I kind of want to bring the two together more. I'm kind of liking it more now. I can bring in a white. There's a white white watercolor I can try, which might be, but it's not pure white. It'll be more of just a shade of white, if you will.
Is this, since it dries so fast, is it something you pretty much have to finish while you're doing it?
I have to stay here with it until it dries. I can come back in, but the best time to work on a piece is right now. So yeah.
What are you doing right now?
I always put some tape around the edges just to have a nice clean presentation, and then I take it off, and it really makes me view the piece. I like the piece.
What do you think of it?
I like it a lot. Dramatic.
I don't know, there's much left to do.
There isn't. I don't think I'll do any more.
Let it dry?
I'll let it dry and I'll sign it. The end.